Oh golly. Ah. Okay.
Ah!
Jesus Christ.
Bad! Oh my god!
Oh,
My icons
fuck.
coming up as well. That's Patch.
Hi guys, welcome to session 57 of Weir of Adynn. I think it's 57. It's always a guess. We're missing Heliodor this session. They might drop in. We will find out. And Clay's on their way. But for the meantime, we have these three idiots. Who's doing the recap for an inspiration point?
I don't fucking know. Maybe the cunt that's got fucking 3 notebooks full of lore.
No, but Selena can do it if she wants to.
Selena, would you like to do it? You might need the inspiration.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Okay.
Go ahead, make my day.
Oh, I didn't read. I read this like 3 weeks ago. Okay. Well.
Nice.
Sorry, I thought you looked out the window due to my burp. You're like, oh, there she is.
Okay, so people have cleaned through the rooms, especially the main bedroom and the main hall. Dracera speaks to trees, which were mostly dead, except for some that she chopped up.
I can hear their
Screaming.
screams.
Oh.
I hear the trees and they scream in Vietnamese.
Let's see. Sorry, I haven't read back on this for quite a while. So sorry. Karik talks about protecting his family last session. Maybe taking them back to Arda, using the teleport coin for them, because it wouldn't be enough for everyone else. This was Clay talking to Dracera, I think, to Heliodor about what Win is, and they were trying to find a way to not get Win back into her soul trap, but to find a way to calm her down and not kill anything, because we're trying to clean this castle and not bring any more dead things in it, because we tried really hard. A ghost comes in and speaks in Elvish, so it's an Elvish ghost that leads the party to the king's room. Yeah, king's room. And people decide to not go with what she was saying, because she said that she was buried under this castle with the rest of her team, and we perhaps thought that they were lying or just wanted to start a fight, so we were like, yeah, no, we don't want to deal with that. And we saw that the soul trap was on the pile of gold. We decided to not touch it because that's just gonna piss anyone off. Karik gives away his amethyst to help Heliodor make something for Win. He makes a necklace and that succeeds. And surprisingly with like a 98 or something.
It was an absurd roll. Like, he had a 10% chance to get that right and he fucking got it. I was like, okay.
Yeah. And Clay got some bit of respect for Heliodor for doing that. Everyone found out that Estelar got some cleaning supplies, had an argument about Laz, and then they just went into an argument about if Faye is good or not, and that made Dracera upset. Clay apparently didn't remember that the bottle was to go to Laz. Clay confronts Dracera and apologizes and says that he will do better. We watch. Some ghosts are having a good time, and the big blue ghost, the king, is happy, and Dolan contacts Dracera so we can go back.
Huzzah! Well done. Take an inspiration point.
Yay!
So yeah, you guys have woken up on the morning of day 4. And Dracera is woken by her amulet of Dylan's voice telling her that he is ready to bring you back. Is there anything you guys want to do before you leave?
Wait, you're telling me it's gonna be that easy?
Might be.
You fucking full of shit. Well, I mean, my concern is that I was looking back on. That's Eve of the Invidium, who was one of the ghosts that spoke to us. Basically told us that the king isn't gonna fucking let us leave. Which is gonna be a massive problem. They should take back their offerings.
I'm so happy.
Because they didn't take their. Hey, it's Clay. They didn't take back their offerings, did they? They decided to just leave them there.
Yeah, you didn't take back your offerings, so...
I didn't offer anything.
No, exactly. So the party... The offering that was left behind, that they're considering an offering, is Wynn's soul trap. So you will be travelling back to the Whisperfields with Wynn on the loose.
No, she's got her
she's
thing.
got her amulet, but you know,
The anti-angie amulet.
we'll see how long that lasts.
Look,
so
he got over 90 on that freaking thing. At least give us some time.
I'll be making rolls to see how well it lasts. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh god.
And that's just the dice, not me. I'm not doing anything.
I'm not the dice. You can't argue with me. Hello, Clay. Do you remember
Hello.
anything from last session?
When was last session?
A while ago, I'm sorry. We've just done the recap. Effectively, you guys are just about to leave. Is there anything you want to do before Dylan attempts to bring you back?
I want to hit the gritty.
I fucking hate you so much.
I want to remember how to access.
Foundry?
Is that what it's called?
Oh
It's not
god.
table plot.
No, it's
something.
not. It's Foundry. Yeah, there's a link in the session times. Just click on the link and then it should open it for you.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm trying to think of something, but because it feels like there's still a problem here.
You had that
But-
that nice little semi-resolution last night. Or at least I think it was Karik who was last on watch who got that. Karik, are you telling the party about that?
Yes.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Okay.
Karik would pretty much right after they wake up, he gather them together and tell them, last night before the end of it was quite early in his watch, wasn't it? That he showed up. Thing.
Like, yeah, I vaguely remember
Not
it
the
being...
end of his watch.
No, it wasn't the
of
end
his
of the watch, no.
Yeah. I seen Big Blue again last night. He seemed very happy. He says it's like he's sighing a bit in relief. He seemed grateful. He didn't say anything, but just his expression and mannerisms were. He seemed much happier than the last time I seen him.
So do you think he'll allow us to leave?
I mean, we did clean an entire castle for him.
That was a lot of hard work.
And all of his people are very happy by the seams of things.
Well, if all goes well, then we should be able to leave today.
I think what I'm most concerned about is the wolves, if they're still there.
Oh yeah. We don't. Was there a mention of going to a meeting place, or was it just survive 4 days?
Roll me a history check.
I don't remember shit. Hang on.
Uh,
History,
Josh,
innit?
you see if you hold your cursor off to the side, like and drag
Nice.
it so that you
Right.
make that little square. That'll one select your token.
18.
An 18. So, okay. So with an 18, you, because I'm retconning it, you remember being told you can only get picked up from the place you were dropped off.
Fuck.
Time to
Shit.
go out to the cold. Yay.
And was it the certain time, or we just head out there and just fucking hope for the best?
Well, now that you've been told that he's ready for you, you get the feeling you'd be able to tell him when you're there.
Okay. So, ready when you guys are. What times are boss?
I think we're as ready as can be.
Okay.
Yeah, just make sure you don't forget anything. I'm gonna have to carry my equipment because I don't feel like I want to go back in the bottle again.
I'll fucking kill you. So we're sticking our furs back on because it is cold as a motherfucker outside.
It is indeed.
How's Wynn holding up?
Make a perception check.
I'm so scared.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, based.
Based.
Yeah, 21.
You look over at Wynn,
Anyway.
and she seems to have just been sat next to Karif for most of the night. Seems quite peaceful. She kind of looks in your direction as she realizes you're looking at her. Just kind of lifts a hand.
I'm gonna smile at her, like sort of like one of those "we all gonna be all right" smiles.
She doesn't really smile back, but she doesn't look aggressive. She just kind of looks at you in that way that she does. It's very rare you've ever seen her smile.
Yeah. No, she seems okay for now. Right. Can I do the? I'm gonna do the dad like leg slaps as I get up. Right.
All right.
Shall we head on out?
We'll head on out.
Yeah.
Okay. So you gather up your supplies, whatever you'd left behind. Mostly just sort of covering your tracks and leaving the place as Clay had found it a while ago. And begin to make your way back out into the cold. Who's leading the charge?
I will.
Roll me a survival check.
Clay will follow right behind Sarah.
Oh, I have to do a survival check.
Yeah, bitch, you fucking off it. Go.
Great. Do you?
Clay will.
You didn't think
tap-
about that, did you?
No, this will be fun.
He'll tap Sarah on the shoulder and just say like, "I'm sure you know where you're fucking going," and give her the D4 for
The D4 guidance.
guidance. Yep.
Yeah, I got -1, so that would be good.
Roll a D4 on top of that.
I did not. No, that's a D6. No, fuck. No. I don't know how to use this. Oh, there we go. That's D4.
One with 4 sides.
Okay.
11. No, 1. Why does it have a -1?
Why does it have a -1 on it?
I got a 2.
Okay, yeah, that's an 11 total.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's pretty good for me.
yeah, you confidently head out of the front door, everyone having wrapped up in their furs once more to brave the cold. You find no resistance. Nothing seems to be trying to keep you back. As you push open the front door with a heave, you get Mare to help you push it open. You close it behind you, and you begin to make your way. Let's move everyone to the front gate, because there you go.
Oh, I can see it now.
Okay. So, you make your way outside. And as you get outside, you kind of stop in the snow and you look around. And you kind of take a moment and go, okay, which way did we come from? And you start to kind of pad in that direction. You begin to guide the party down the slope, down the side of the mountain, away from the castle, leaving behind the snowy visage of this rocky architecture behind. And suddenly you're where the trees are. You're not going the right way.
Can we do a history check?
If you would like to.
No, I do a history check.
Go on.
I'm sorry, everyone. I forgot.
I forgot.
I forgot.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Oh dear. Okay, so Dracera, you just standing in these trees, the only thing you can think about is the screaming. Curry, you are also like, oh yeah, we came here like yesterday. You kind of go off on an ADHD brain tangent where you're just like, I was here yesterday. I cut up a tree here. That was what I did. I put some wood in the bag of holding. That's kind of the route your brain is going. Estelar, you're like, weren't we meant to go east?
East? I thought you meant Weast.
No, east. That way.
Oh.
Okay, well, I suggest we all stick together because how strong is this snow?
It's getting it's like starting to snow quite heavily.
Yeah.
And it's easily like shin deep, so it is taking some time for you to travel.
Everyone hold hands.
Aww.
Wind tries to hold your hand, it just passes through.
Phantom hold hand. There you go. I'm holding hand.
Gestures holds hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Estelar, roll me a survival check.
Okay. Am I? No, I'm not selecting.
Do,
Okay.
do you want me to help?
If you want to, I think I'm pretty good with stealth.
Stealth,
No,
survival.
Survival.
Oh.
Because I'm looking at this
Never
and I
mind.
now remember, Natural Explorer, your group can't become lost except by natural means.
Yeah.
can
Kareem literally
help.
doesn't even have to roll, but you two have both kind of offered to roll, so that's on you.
Yeah, well, it makes life interesting.
Stella,
tell
roll a survival advantage then.
Okay.
Okay. You begin to lead the charge in Dracera's stead, who seems a little jaded after having returned back to the Screaming Woodland. You take some time. It's kind of like you're having to like lift your knees up quite high to get through the snow, so everyone's kind of waddling a little awkwardly, because you're all short. Apart from Clay and maybe a little bit of Estelar, but it's still not easy to navigate in.
Thumb is just under there.
Thumb is, yeah, struggling.
Just pick him up, just put on my head.
Okay, he sits on your head. Mare is kind of just leaving this flattened trail like a snowplow. He's just walking through it without any problem. But you manage to end up getting to the bridge again. Are you approaching stealthily, or are you just going?
Oh, fuck.
I'd say we would stealth. I don't know what about everyone else.
Wait for map to load. Got something?
I'm just holding these buckets and like a mop over my head.
You know you have a bag of holding, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're just carrying them.
No one reminded me.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That motherfucking wolf's still there.
Yeah, the wolves
You
are still there.
open- You open the bag and I pour like the dirty water in there.
Just Are you stealthing?
Mhm.
Okay.
Pass without trace.
All right. If you're
And
stealthing,
I'm
roll me
holding
a stealth
some.
check.
And past that, Trace gives us a +10, right?
Yeah.
Base.
That's a 36.
I still have to do my disadvantage, right?
No, it's normal now. Well, no, wait, no, it doesn't give advantage. So yeah, disadvantage, but still a +10.
Nice.
25.
Okay. Cool. So
27.
The better rolled higher than Kareem.
Clay. Oh my god.
42.
So at 42, Clay got a 42 because he got a fucking nat 20. Jesus Christ. Clay just vanishes.
Man.
Everyone rolled over a 20. So, nice. You guys all blend in seamlessly into the snow. Now that you've done this once, you seem to find this a little bit easier to navigate this time. You can see ahead of you through the haze of the white. You can see the bridge as it dangles. It's a little bit windier today than it was when you arrived. You can hear the low rumble next to you, or not too far from you, of one of the dire wolves that is snoozing in the snow.
Okay, well, let's just keep fucking walking around it.
No one
That was a
rolled that
pretty-
low. That's a very high perception roll for it, but it
Thanks,
did not see
Curry.
you. So they rolled a lovely 21, but the lowest
Holy
you guys got was a 25. So
Close.
oh no, oh no, Heliodor rolled a 19.
No, he's got +10.
No, that is with the +10.
Oh god.
The fucker is in here! He fucked us over! To the wall! Leave it to the wolves!
Leave him to the wolves.
Wait, he got a 19, didn't
Yeah,
he?
I know. Yeah, and I added the 10 to that roll already.
So he rolled
Before I
a 9.
rolled.
Well, actually,
He
you're
rolled a
wrong,
9.
Because...
Well, you rolled a 7 plus 2,
Oh.
and then the 10 on top of that.
No, but you're forgetting the
Ugh.
+5 for the fuck you.
Oh yeah, is that so?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Whoa.
have that paladin ability for ability checks yet?
Shit, I don't think so.
I don't think you do. So.
I've got 1,000 fucking auras out my arse, and I've got 4 fucking auras. I can barely remember what each of them do.
The joys of high level.
Oh god. Yeah, but I don't think I have it for ability checks yet. It's saving throws.
Yeah, no, Heliodor fucked it. So you guys start walking, making your way down slowly around the course of the ridge, and Heliodor steps on a particularly crispy piece of snow, just across the edge of the cliff face, and it begins to tumble. It seemed to have a rock or something inside it, because you hear this clunk as it hits the side of the cliff face as it falls. And the wolf in question, this gigantic creature, lifts its head and looks in your direction. You hear this low growl.
Dressera, can you do something about that?
Hey, you got that thing right, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got a
did
few
that
fucking things.
we did that thing before.
Do you want me to do it again?
I mean, he's looking right at us.
I will channel my divinity
Oh yeah,
again.
again.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna quickly read up that.
It's a charisma saving throw.
Wait.
State charisma save.
Arrows
Okay.
down.
I don't have any arrows. That's a mistake.
Charisma saving throw. It
That's a
fails
fail.
again. God damn it! It's got -2 in charisma.
This poor wolf.
And it looks at you, and again, this beautiful bright light beams from Dracera, and you see the light kind of glow in its 4 eyes as it looks in your direction. Makes the eyes a lot more visible in the snow. You just see these 4 blue beacons, and it slowly sits back down. Slowly puts its head on its paws.
Dracera's gonna do like a slow head turn toward Heliodor. Just like blank stare at him for a second before turning her head slowly back and then carrying on.
He just shrugs at you. Sorry, I couldn't see the rock under all the snow. The heavy breathing.
Don't breathe like that, it's too cold.
Okay, so the first one seems placated. You make your way over slowly towards the bridge as a unit. Bridge is wobbling quite a bit. There is a wolf on the other side of the bridge. It seems to be sleeping currently. Who would like to go first?
Heliodor.
Okie dokie.
Just because.
Player will tap him. Will be like, mate, you might be good at magic and shit, but maybe look where you're stepping, and give him the D4.
Right, fair. And he's gonna make his way across. So that is a dex check.
Plus a potential D4.
Plus a d4. Let me
My
guess.
God.
Yep.
Oh my god. I feel really bad now.
For the sake of
That
the
was
fact
me.
that
I'm really
Heliodor
sorry, Aaron.
isn't here, I'm not gonna kill off his character. However, I would like someone to make me a dex save to catch him.
Wait.
Yeah.
He's within how close is he to me? Fuck, wait.
He's within, well, he was within 10 feet when he rolled it, so
Oh, okay. I can't remember.
it's 10 feet.
Is it just a flat dex or is it saving throw?
It was a flat dex.
Oh shit. Oh.
So I need somebody to make a dex save to try and catch him.
I will.
motherfucker.
Who wants to do it?
Who's got the better dex? Who's faster?
I've got 14.
Let's see.
I'd place probably a wee bit
Dex.
better.
I've got 17 decks, so.
Oh no, worse.
Yeah, I think it should be you. And
Yeah.
I'll be near you for the ability. Well, saving throw is a plus fucking.
So it is a saving throw, aye.
It's plus your proficiency modifier, yes.
And then what's that on top
Plus
of
4.
it?
4
From...
plus 4 on top of that.
Oh, it's already a thing we did there, actually. So.
What?
Oh my god!
You're having a laugh, mate.
So that would be a total of
Fucking-
that'd be a 12, but it's still a nat 1.
Bye, Heliodor.
Paulina, I really hate to think with this. Can you get that inspiration?
Okay, no, Mare steps in to save Heliodor, grabs him by the scruff of the cloak, and tugs him back.
Karek goes to pull him back, trips over Thumb.
Eats shit in the snow. Karek, can you make me another stealth check, please?
Aye, sure.
He's alright with that.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh my god.
That's still got a plus 10 to it, so that's a 19 in total.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, so it doesn't notice you as you plant into the snow. You thump face first into the snow over Thumb. Thumb signs that he's sorry. And Heliodor is breathing very heavily and gripping onto Mare for dear life. Who wants to try next?
Chloe's just gonna pick up Heliodor and then carry him across the
Okie dokie. Make me a flat dex, please.
Not athletics or anything.
No, just flat dex.
How do I...
So where it says dexterity on your sheet, if you click on the word dexterity...
Ability checks, right?
Yes.
Did that work? No.
No.
Click
Click on the word dexterity, then ability check, and then the roll thing will come up and you need to click roll.
Thank you. Hold on. Oops.
I'm putting this down in my notes that Heliodor almost died.
Oh man. Okay. You get halfway across the bridge, with Heliodor under one arm, who is just kind of dangling there like a worm, and your foot
You still
goes
love me.
through one of the planks.
Oh, fuck.
You barely manage to hold it together, keep yourself upright. Heliodor grabbing onto the rope to kind of try and stabilize you. Make another dex check, please, to get all the way across.
He's gonna put his leg back through the thing and, like, steady it on some slightly sturdier ground and just sort of give a thumbs up to the people behind him.
Thumb gives you a thumbs up back, even though he doesn't
He
really
can't see,
understand
he's not
it.
looking back.
No.
He's gonna tap himself for that guidance again. Why is there 2? Okay, well, it should be a 14
then. Okay, so you manage to make your way across with Heliodor in tow. You plop him down. He seems grateful. Thanks you for carrying him over. Who's up next?
I'm gonna go because I mean this is a party that's literally defeated like a fucking astral umbra spawn, and we are against a bridge.
To be
Fuck
fair,
it, why not?
I didn't defeat the astral thing, so...
Yeah.
You survived here for like...
Roll me
I mean, if
a...
Yeah,
Mungo-
I didn't survive here. I survived in the castle.
Clay
They
went
were
to the
drawn-
castle to avoid the bridge.
If there were drawbridges in the castle, you'd find Clay just like a skeleton somewhere.
Too many dex checks. Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Does wind just float over?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wind's gonna float beside you off the side of the bridge.
You can watch.
Yeah, just watch it in case he falls.
Okay, dex check. Please. That's fine.
Okay, so
Pretty
you
dice.
begin to make your way across. You very carefully step over the hole that Clay left behind. Wind seems to be watching you quite closely, more so watching your feet. And she is
Thanks, babe.
walking, well, for the most part, walking in the air beside you as you make your way across.
Aw, bestie.
After having seen what happened to Clay, she is going to start floating back and just watching people as they go across. Who's going next? Mayor grunts and
Okay.
kind of stays in one place. He will only go when you guys are done.
Okay, I'll go next.
Before Estelar goes then, I'm gonna do a thing we've done multiple times beforehand, but I'm likely to do this time. He's gonna get out of his rope.
You're gonna what, sorry?
Get out his rope.
Okay.
Gonna tie it to Estelar and give the other end to
Mayor.
Mare,
Okay.
and also keep hold of himself so that if they slip or anything, you can pull him back.
Okay, I'm holding on to Thumb like this.
Okay.
Well, like I could put him in my little hammock.
Put him in the papoose. He goes
Yeah,
in
the
the papoose.
Yeah. Up you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is you and Thumb heading over. Because you have the rope, make a dex check with advantage.
So ability check advantage.
You,
Oh.
you needed it, bloody hell. Okay. You begin to make your way over, kind of clinging onto the rope. Thumb attempting to reach the rope but can't from his papoose. As you slowly make your way over. Again, keeping an eye out for the fallen plank in the center. Wynn follows you across, just watching, and then floats back over to Kree. Are you going to continue holding the rope on that side, or are you going to give it to someone else?
Oh. Sarah, you're probably stronger than me.
I will hold the rope.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, Kree. Dex check with advantage, please. Nice. You have absolutely no issue getting across.
Problems crossing mushrooms. Living, like, mobile mushrooms, not static mushrooms.
Wynn will join you on this side now. And now it's Mare's turn. Mare is going to very carefully begin to make their way over the bridge.
Is it worth putting a... Did someone put a rope on Mare? Or...
Mare is holding the other side of the rope.
Ah, okay. I just Flay will help, like, brace in case the thing, in case they need to pull.
Tie it to the end of the bridge.
I'll
Also,
say
it
because
falls
you're
down
holding
with
the
Mare.
other side, I'll give Mare advantage as well.
Oh god.
You feel like you can see the ends of the bridge, the posts holding up the bridge on either side are beginning to bend inward as the weight is beginning to center in the middle of the bridge as Mare makes her way across. This gigantic metal bear with a rope in its mouth, very, very slowly padding across this very rickety wooden bridge. It seems to follow the same route that the rest of you have taking a step over the hole, very slowly making their way over. But as they step off the other side, the posts on the far end of the bridge bend in and rip out of the floor. And you watch as it slowly kind of drags off the end of the ravine, dangles, and then clatters into the cliffside on the far end. I'm gonna roll another perception check for the wolf. Oh no.
Meet and beat.
We'll stealth. We'll see how Mare does with the stealth, and we'll see if it does any better. No, it does not.
No.
It doesn't make me still.
Absolutely.
Is that plus 10?
Plus 10. Oh yeah, stealth. So 20. You managed to just. It like stirs. The wolf stirs in its spot. It kind of makes this grumble, tilts its head, kind of rolls into the snow a little bit more, but doesn't seem to notice you. Barely.
Oh. Quick, go.
SEAL Team 6, let's go! Let's fuck off.
Let's go. Let's take ourselves to fuck.
You feel the buzz of your amulet again. I'm just going to do a real quick check to make sure that the voice mod is working. Hold tight. Okay. Okay, that works. Alright, cool. Okay, that works. Huzzah. So you can feel the amulet buzzing. Are you answering the call?
I'm answering it.
Are you ready?
We are.
The party all kind of gather together in the snow, in the beating, heavy snowfall, huddled up like Eskimos. And you all feel this kind of dragging sensation as you feel like you're sinking. You're beginning to sink into the snow underneath you, into rock, into the earth below your feet. You're watching the rest of your party all get dragged down. Even Wynn is being pulled downwards, and she looks quite panicked.
He's okay, Wynn. He's okay.
She tries to hold on to Clay's hand out of her comfort.
Clay reaches a hand back out for her sake.
Your torso, then your shoulders, and your heads are each consumed into the snow. For a few moments you see nothing but this milky blackness. And suddenly your skin feels kind of wet. Like, you know, the sensation of a hydrophobic fabric when there's water on top of it. You can feel water against you, but you don't feel it like soaking into you. And
I'm
you
just
are being...
imagining it like when you're in Minecraft and you get covered in sand.
Yeah,
Well, I
you're,
mean,
you're
in
suffocating.
They do have the like snow in Minecraft now that you could just suffocate in.
Oh.
Delicious.
And you are suddenly being pushed up, and as you do so, you breach the surface of water of a pond, and you are met with the gigantic glowing visage of Dylan of the Trance, who is looking down at you with a soft smile on their face.
Where's Win?
Oh, I forgot to add it, that's why.
You.
Christ.
I'm a fool, okay? Give me 5 minutes. Okay.
You've had 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know, shut up. Dylan is looking down at you and looks down at Clay. Clay, you are kind of half in a pond. There's lily pads everywhere. It's like this glowing blue liquid that doesn't seem to be making your clothes wet. It's just kind of there. You're just kind of floating in it. And a gigantic blue naked man is looking down at you. Maybe like 10 to 15 feet tall. This creature of this very ethereal nature is lounging quite comfortably amongst the lilies.
Clay, what is? We'll shoot a loot. A loot. We'll shoot a look at Dracera.
She's not going to look back at him. She's going to keep looking at Dylan as that this is completely normal.
Okay. I guess he'll follow her. He'll follow what she's doing, and he'll look up at
Dylan.
Dylan,
There you
and
go.
will, I guess, like, sort of nod his head and be like, hello?
Do you make eye contact with Dylan?
Is Dracera doing it?
Is
Is
Dracera
Is
making
Dracera
eye
looking
contact
up,
with
or
him?
is Dracera looking down, essentially?
I mean, ooh. I guess she would. For reasons.
Are the rest of the party?
No.
No.
I have been told many, many times to not look a Fae in the eye. I will not, I will not go against that.
Yeah,
that
Dracera
wisdom.
won't look another Fae in the eyes, but when she...
I mean,
it's literally her dad.
even when Dylan
Yeah.
took on the shape of his fucking wife, he didn't look him in the eyes.
Alright, Clay sort of like shoots a look up, shoots a look at the party, and then sort of nods his head and then looks down at the blue stuff.
Just look at the titties.
Look at the titties.
The lower eyes.
This
Wait a minute, there's
this
titties?
giant Ken doll figure. No, he's not wearing anything, but he also doesn't have anything going on, so he's just kind of
Oh.
there. Don't you me?
You horny bastard.
This is the human.
Yep. This is Clay.
Clay sort of raises, not looking up, but sort of raises a hand to sort of vaguely wave or gesture. I take it you are, Delon.
Drusera kind of does one of those, like, you're wrong, but you tried. Kind
You
of
did
like,
try.
You gave it a go. Just kind of like looks at Dylan like, humans, man.
Dolan of the Trance. A pleasure, my dear Clay.
Good to meet you, Dylan of the Trans.
Of the Trans! Yeah, of
Yeah,
the Trans.
woo!
Yeah, trans rights.
Yeah, let's go! Dylan says trans right.
Dylan says trans rights. Oh god, Clay fucking goes.
Transition into Big Blue.
You're transitioning to be a blue person. Fantastic. Well done. Congratulations, Drusera, on your transition.
I can't fucking go.
Well, I mean, technically, Drusera is transitioning.
Yeah, it's just a different kind of transition.
You're a colour shift.
do, 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 do.
What's wrong with you?
I
Why are you blue?
Blue.
I take it your time in the Wintry was fruitful.
It was. Doesn't swear. It was. There wasn't much. No, it was cold and like not good.
That's
Thanks.
fair.
Thanks for sending Sarah and this lot to get me out of it.
I did not send them. They asked.
And he'll sort of turn to look at them. Well, thank you lot for plucking me out of that place.
That place.
Yeah, just don't do it again.
Noted.
Yeah.
Not doing that shit again.
Sorry, I will try to not get teleported away.
Yeah, yeah, try better.
I'm just gonna say, Karika is gonna start pulling off his furs because I think he's realizing how fucking hot it is.
It is warm here, comparatively.
My chest hurts again.
Stop!
Are you just stripping in front of Dylan?
He's naked, I'm
Just
naked.
taking the furs off.
Just taking off the furs.
I think we should keep the furs as well.
Clay, roll me a
Yeah,
perception
furs.
check.
Cool.
Oh no. Oh no.
A number.
Okay. Alright. Never mind. Dylan looks over towards Wynn, who is backing away from Dolan very slowly. She looks very on edge, hand sort of splayed at her sides, kind of floating backwards towards more solid land. And this one, your child.
Clay will sort of. Is he straight up floating or is he standing in a pool?
He's like sitting on the surface of the water.
Okay. Oh, so okay, so he can walk in
Yeah.
it, basically. He'll sort of make his way to Win and be like, "Yes, this is Win. Window. She's mine."
I've never seen a human or an elf or any mortal look like that.
Mortal ain't the right word to describe her.
She stays close to you. Dylan is watching her quite closely. You have leashed her.
Against either of our wills. It wasn't my idea. Trying to put things right.
The fix you have placed upon her is temporary.
You mean the... sorry, could you, what do you mean by that?
The necklace. It is a matter of time.
That's, thanks for the heads up.
I'll let you roll another perception check if you would like to.
Sure.
Okay. You notice that the necklace on Wynn's neck has a crack on it. The amethyst in the center of the soul trap metal that was made by Heliodor last session now has a hairline crack down the center of it.
Shit. I mean, yeah, thanks for the heads up, Dylan. Dylan, yes.
They smile at you as if they're finding this quite amusing, and they're going to place a hand down and offer it to Dracera.
I'ma walk into that hand.
You just clamber into the hand like, eh.
Yeah, boy.
And they lift you up to eye level, and they gently place their forehead against you. I have missed you, though it has only been a day.
It's strange how it only been a day here.
You are not too weathered from the cold.
Well, I wouldn't like to experience it again.
I hope you never do.
She kind of just enjoys that moment.
They just it's a lovely little reuniting. They missed you. Yeah, after a few moments they placed you back down. Where will you go from here?
Well, the plan is perhaps either to travel back to Arda first and then go out to meet Karik's family, or we can go directly there.
Pardon. I see. I hope that your travels are safe. I will always be with you.
And I will be with you.
Dylan sort of bows their head to the party, one by one. Should you wish to stay, you are always welcome.
I'd love to stay, but I'm sure everyone else here as well. We've got things we have to finish first.
It will still be here when you get back.
She smiles. I know.
What are you guys doing then?
Gonna get warm. We're gonna fucking warm up.
You want to go back to your house to warm up for a bit?
Yeah, I'm gonna invite my bestie around. Because we're gonna have to say goodbye to her. I don't want to. I really don't want it.
You gotta say goodbye to Widow.
Oh god.
So, Dracera, are you leading the party back to your home?
Yeah. We're gonna celebrate.
Wynn is sticking very, very close to Clay. This is a whole new environment for her. She's clearly nervous, but her responses to it have been muted by the gift that Heliodor provided her last session. So, you make your way back out of Dullan's Rest and into the Whisperfields, this sprawling, pale blue landscape, Clay, which you remember Sif being green, not blue. Very colourful bioluminescent plants that light up the world around you. And it's sort of like a quiet village hidden between the trees. She takes you down a few winding paths, a little away from the bustle of town, to a small hut that is somewhat secluded, but it's hers, and invites you inside. Lights the little fire within with this glowing blue white magic, pumps off heat. And although it is already pretty warm, this makes it significantly warmer here. You're welcomed into a nice little house.
Welcome to my house.
It's a big place.
Yeah, it's a decent size, I guess. You're welcome to use whatever you want while you're here. I'm not sure if I have any booze. You humans like booze and things like that. But welcome back. Kind of. Sort of.
I presume it's nice and warm in this place.
It is.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good feeling. That feels fucking amazing.
Instantly taking off the wintry clothes, it's like wet.
Oh,
It's all sweaty.
I think for the clothes, put them in the bag of holding.
Keep hold of your winter clothes, just in case.
Yeah. You never fucking know.
I'm just shove them in there.
Yeah.
Heliodor
I'd
suggests
keep his
keeping
on
them for the ring.
For a bit longer, just to bask in the double warmth of it.
Double warmth. Forgot when again. Rip.
Wobble, wobble.
I'm into it.
Stop. You're gonna get me stressed, man. It's just when we were around and I was like, everyone take Wes.
Where's when? You do not want to get. You do not want her just fucking floating away.
Oh my god, she's floating away.
Oh my god, she's flown away.
Oh, they're floating away now.
So,
Is there any Faboos in here?
in your house?
I mean, Sarah didn't really drink at all. So I'm gonna have to go get some Faboos.
I mean, widow drinks. You know that.
Well, I'm gonna get some booze and bring Widow over there to do.
Okay.
Say hi to Moss for me.
Let's invite Moss.
Oh, if you want to.
I don't have a token for Moss, so that's gonna be oof. Okay. Are you heading out to go and find them then?
Yeah.
Whilst you're out, is there anyone else doing anything?
I don't think it's a good
Karina's
time.
pissing right now.
You don't. I mean, you could pitch it to the party and see what they think.
Yeah.
Do you just want to come along?
Sorry?
Who said what?
Estella wants to pitch something to the party.
Oh, okay.
We start off as a Krieg, right? So Krieg isn't here. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, I kind of promised my mum that I'm gonna summon my uncle next.
Oh. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. You can do whatever you want while you're here.
Yeah, I just probably until everything is calm. Like we can do this first, and then when everyone's left, I can summon him because I don't want to freak anyone out.
I mean, I'm sure everyone will be fine, but yeah, whatever you need to do.
I'm not sure what kind of state he would be in. Consider
Yeah.
how my mum was.
Oh no. Yeah, that's fair enough. Anyone who wants to come with me to find old lady Bestie and Moss and find some
Old
things.
lady bestie.
Yeah.
I can
Grandma.
go to find Moss with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are heading out to go and recruit people back to the house.
Is there like a... Clay can poke his head outside, can't he?
Yeah,
What does he see when he pokes his head outside?
lots
Trees.
of blue trees. Some pink kind of round bauble-looking plants that are glowing from under the bushes.
Like Horton hears a who plants.
Yeah, think that. There you go.
Alright, well, Clay's just gonna have a we don't need to describe it, but he's basically just gonna have his little 10-minute, like, off the lead, like, oh my goodness, it's actually nice. It's not like snow and rock and...
Just lay in the grass for a bit.
Yeah, just like grab one of the Horton here's a who plants and like let and like offer wind to come float to lie down next to him.
Valorant player actually goes outside for once.
Touches grass.
If Clay touches grass.
He touches grass. Fantastic. Okay, so Clay's outside touching grass with Win. Thumb and is keeping Kari some company in the house with Helidor, whilst. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, so I'm just writing a little thing right now. I will just be in background.
Okay.
It's a thing to do with this. So don't worry,
Okay,
I'm
cool.
just counting something out.
And then Dracera and Estelar have gone off to go and find Widow and Moss. So you head off out into the Whisper Fields. It's not hard to find either of them. They're where they usually are. You see Widow kind of scooting around in her little wheelchair, talking to her apprentice, and then sort of turning around as she realizes that you two have arrived. Big grin on her face.
Oh, darling, it's so good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Realize it's only been a day for you guys, but it's been a little bit longer for us. But we were wondering if you want to come back for a celebration and come and meet Clay.
Oh, I'll get the whiskey.
She starts wheeling away very, very quickly, or as quick as this old woman can wheel. She wheels away into her hut and then comes back out with a couple of bottles in her lap, one of which looks incredibly dusty.
Oh god.
I've been wanting to open this one for quite a long time.
How long have you had that, Widow?
No questions.
She waggles a finger at you.
Just I was gonna like rub her face and be like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah, that's fair.
fair enough.
Moss is kind of like scrunching their foot into the dirt next to Estelar. I hope my cloak was useful.
I use it as a blanket every night. Thank you. It was very helpful.
You watch as Moss's face goes bright red, and they're just staring at the floor like, okay. I'm glad it helped.
Yeah.
Um,
Why are they making the sound?
and they come with you if you ask them to come back to Dracera's place.
Yeah, we can not drink alcohol.
We can stay sober.
So I would say we've got Widow, who will wheel into your house with quite a speed. She will just bash down the door and just come in. She just bangs into the door, scares the shit out of the two people sat inside, and Thumb immediately kind of waddles over to her, and starts like trying to climb onto her wheelchair.
Oh.
And then I'm just gonna have to put down a commoner for Moss because I don't have I don't have no stat block for them, so
Ain't got no stat block in it.
ain't got no stats in it. So you come back. Is Clay still outside when they return?
Did anyone fetch him?
No. I mean,
Well, if
I'm
you walk back
assuming
into
he
the
went out.
house, you don't see Clay indoors, nor do you see Win.
I just imagine Widow just wheels over him. Like, boom, boom.
Bum bum.
Bumpy.
I didn't realise they installed speed bumps.
Dead, bro.
He's got the fucking Peter Griffin death pose and a fucking car.
Yeah, seems about right.
Brian, look out!
Heliodor will go and fetch Clay if no one else is going to.
I mean, I don't think Dracera saw him leaving.
No, yeah, he left just after you left, so Heliodor
Yeah.
will pop back outside and sort of call to Clay and say, "Hey, there are people inside. Wanting to talk to you. Maybe, I don't know. Just come be sociable. Stop being lazy.
They've got alcohol.
Hey, we got booze."
Fuck yes. Fuck yeah.
Just clambers to his feet after getting run over.
He'll come back in and he's left his coat and stuff outside now. He doesn't need it. It's nice to actually. I mean, it's both nice to it's nice for him to not have to wear heavy layers. I don't know what kind of tagged's not a word, ragged layers he was wearing underneath that he's essentially stripped down to. Actually, I think
His Arda uniform.
Yeah, Arda uniform.
I mean, honestly, I think depending on how warm it is, he might actually just strip to bare shirts if he can.
Oh, tits out.
He hasn't been able to do that for a while.
As you walk in, you are greeted with two new faces. One of a teenage half-orc with short kind of black cropped hair, covered in freckles, a little red in the face, who kind of smiles and waves at you. And the other is an old gnomish woman, like a halfling woman, who is sat in a wooden wheelchair that has been carefully crafted for someone of her size, in what looks like plate armor, with Thumb sat in her lap, with long kind of grey locks and large ears, and she gives you a kind of a partially toothy grin as well, and waves the ball and says,
Oh, we're celebrating you, are we?
I think so. I don't know who the fuck you are, but
Widow, I'm Dracera's friend.
good to meet you, Widow.
A pleasure. I don't see humans very often, so this is exciting.
I haven't seen fucking anyone in ages.
You look like that.
Widow.
What? I'm being honest. You said to be more honest to people. I'm trying to be polite.
Wasn't very polite, Widow.
She's probably got a fucking point. He's gonna take a. I mean, I don't know what he smells like, but probably
not good.
Like, he's gonna she's probably got a fucking point. I'm sorry. Wasn't really a lot of running water.
Don't worry, dear. I live in the woods.
Doesn't respond to that, just kind of nods.
She will give you a bottle, and it looks like some kind of finely aged, slow whiskey. It looks homebrewed, considering the label is a little bit messy, and is signed underneath it with a signature that looks like someone who maybe wasn't of age when they made this. And it has been sat in a cupboard for a very, very long time, given the layer of dust that is now on your hands. But she grins at
Can
you
I
and
history
says,
check it and see how old it is?
if you want. you look at the label and it's like, that handwriting implies that she was just of age when she made this, but in the same regard, you can't tell if her handwriting has gotten any better since that point. It may still just be chicken scratch.
How old is she again?
Old, like 175-ish.
So this shit is well over 100 years old.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know if it's sludge, but I'd like you to try it first, just because I think it might kill me if I have it first.
That is just pure ethanol at that point.
Thank you, Willow. Can you crack it open?
Yeah, you can. It takes some effort, but Mr. Strength-based
just-
Rogue is able to pop it open.
Is it just like vapor, like fumes at this point? They just like fizzles out into the room.
You, like,
Burns your nose hairs off.
it was very tightly sealed, but as you pop it open, it's just like you can smell something. It's maybe alcohol, considering what you've been drinking for quite some time. You'll drink anything at this point.
Bottoms up.
Yeah, he'll take a big swig from the bottle.
Con save,
Readying my
please.
healing spells.
Roll me a con save. Let's say with
Is it a
advantage.
save?
25.
Saving throw or
Saving throw at advantage, please.
oh,
You get a
nice.
Because
plus.
you've been drinking shit for however long.
Plus how many?
Plus 4.
I think it's +3 actually.
Is it plus 3? I thought you were plus
Yeah.
4.
It's whatever
your
your con.
proficiency mod, isn't it?
It's your charisma, sorry. It's whatever your charisma modifier is.
Oh, it's 3 then. Yeah. Okay, you're good. Your face kind of scrunches a little bit, but it's drinkable. Question mark.
It's good enough. It can be drunk.
Oh, good. I was wondering if it was a little out of date.
A little.
What? Celebrations, my dear.
Well, may I try some?
Oh yeah. He'll take another swing and hand it to Dracera. It's pretty fucking strong, but
Oh god. Alright.
Make me a con
She's
save
good.
at disadvantage, please.
Why disadvantage?
This is. You've had normal
Oh
alcohol,
my
but this is.
God.
Oh boy.
Still gonna get that +3.
I'm gonna tuck her into bed again.
Oh Jesus. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Nice.
You don't have the
Yeah,
muscles in your
that's
face that a normal person does, but if you did, it would be puckering up like you had just like sucked on a cat's ass. It's not a good look, and it is certainly not a good taste.
She's just gonna hold it in her mouth for a little bit and be like.
How is it, my dear?
She's gonna just start like walking and then fast walking to the nearest source of water to like try and wash it.
Spit it out. Widow like makes a grabby hand towards you. She's like,
Pass it here.
Oh, and she's gonna like, just like, or not throw, but like aggressively push the bottle towards Widow.
she takes it. She takes a swig.
Oh. Oh, that's ripe. Oh.
Dies.
no!
This drink is older than the majority of the people here, Widow.
Oh. Oh my. Oh. Oh dear. Oh my dear, I'm so sorry for making you drink that. I thought it might be a nice celebration, but oh no.
She just kind of puts it on the floor and taps the top of it, and then Thumb tries to get hold of it.
Clay will take it from Thumb for himself.
Okay. Moss is gonna kind of sit back a little bit away from everyone chatting and gesture to Estelar to come and sit with them.
Oh, okay.
As you guys are spending the next few hours celebrating, drinking, chatting, re-socializing Clay, Wynn kind of sat by the fire and just watching people. It's a quiet, comfortable atmosphere after being in such a cold, demanding place for so long, and now being surrounded by friends and enjoying the company of the people around you. It's pleasant. Something that Clay thought that he would never have again.
He didn't. He's appreciating. I imagine in character he's probably a lot more rambunctious and loud. IRL I'm a little bit tired, but he's probably
Enjoying himself.
a little. Yeah, enjoying himself, drinking, getting a little bit like your average Brit on holiday.
Nice.
Kind of he's probably going red from the heat and the sun, like little tomato man.
The alcohol, maybe.
And the alcohol. It's just he's gonna be riding around and he's probably stolen a traffic cone at some point.
For fuck's sake.
Or...
Paul
it
at
wouldn't have
Spoons
one
went a
today.
bit off
It'd
the
be-
rails.
Yeah. You imagine him as Paul, yeah.
Paul from Spoons.
That kind of vibes.
Yeah. So you're having a nice time. Moss is quietly talking to Estelar. At one point, Moss kind of very, very awkwardly takes your hand, Estelar, as they're sat against the kind of bookcase. Not looking at you, just kind of taking your hand and enjoying the atmosphere with you.
Okay, just grab it back.
You
They're
can
like, oh, we're holding hands? Okay.
you watch them then go a little rosy, trying to kind of not make eye contact with you, as if they're a little too nervous too, but they seem contented. And they ask you, so where are you going next?
We're gonna go back to Arda, I'm pretty sure.
Where's that?
I think it's meant to be a secret, but it's like a cool underground place. Keeps cool artifacts and stuff. My dad used to work there.
That sounds really cool. Maybe I can come and
Kind-
visit when I'm old enough.
How old are you?
15.
I'm 15.
And you get to travel
older.
all the time?
Well, I didn't really have... Well, I kind of forced myself to. I didn't really have anywhere else to go.
Oh.
Turn this on.
I'm not allowed to leave until I'm 20.
Oh. That kind of sucks.
It's because I have to train first, and I have to be safe.
Maybe you'll be better than me. I'm not really great with a sword.
But you're such a cool adventurer, and that's what I want to be.
I hope you do get to that point. I'm not that cool.
Well, maybe then in 5 years, when I'm old enough, we can hang out and go adventuring together.
I'm gonna... You know... How do I say this? I want to send you letters.
I've never had a letter before.
I've only had letters from my dad, and I'm willing to start that again.
It might be difficult to send letters to a Fey realm, but we'll do what we can. Maybe you can send them to somewhere local, and I can go and pick them up.
We could do that. Maybe there's a way. I don't know. Maybe Dracera knows something. I can send stuff. I don't know.
Maybe if you can just tell Dolan that you're sending me letters, and then he can
tell someone to tell me.
Yeah, I could do that.
And they smile at you.
I'd like to write letters too.
Yeah, it'll be fun to do that again.
They seem excited at the prospect of having an outsider friend. And the two of you chat quietly over the course of the next few hours before Widow, eventually a little red in the face after having drunk quite a bit,
Oh no.
says to you, it's like,
Oh, I'm getting rather tired, my dear. Perhaps it's time for me to go and take a nap. Will you be staying long, Dracera?
Not much longer now.
Oh. Will you be gone a long time, my dear?
Hopefully not as long as last time.
I hope not.
and she smiles, but there's a sadness to it.
I think Dracera knows that it may be a while until she comes back, and that this could be the last time she sees Widdy.
And Widow kind of pats her lap, as if to say, come and sit with me. She takes your hand. She's got such frail hands now.
You're going to be okay without me, dear.
Do you remember that time where we, where even though you told me not to, I left the Whisper Fields, and even after it completely went wrong, just like you said, you were still there to help me out. And,
I remember
you
it
know.
clearly, my dear.
You know, I think about that a lot still.
Really?
And, yeah. You know, you were my first friend. And it could be really lonely here until you were around. You were my only friend for a long time, Widow.
I'm glad I'm leaving you in the care of such other lovely friends.
She smiles.
Just can't believe how quickly time has gone.
Time is cruel. But even if I'm going to leave this mortal plane, I will still be in the plane of dreams. You'll always be able to visit me, my dear.
And you've lived a happy life?
Wonderful life.
That's all that matters.
She looks at you with this melancholy. She squeezes your hand.
It was only ever better when you were in it.
I've missed you.
I've missed you so much more.
I wish I didn't have to leave again.
You can always write to me, my dear.
I will.
And she kisses your knuckles. Smiles up at you, as if she's trying to keep a strong, positive visage for you. And Thumb kind of tugs on your leg and signs at you. You look sad.
And I'm a little bit fun. But it's better to have had a good friend for a long time than have such a good friend for such a short time. We've been really lucky.
He hugs your leg. Because he can't reach any higher.
I'm gonna give him a little hug.
These people that you're spending your time with, they really do love you. It's so nice to know that you have a family.
I was always worried that I would never be lovable.
Pah. Silly, stupid talk. You're the most lovable person I know.
Apart from you.
Oh, well, of course.
She grins.
You take care of yourself out there, my dear.
You too, Woody.
Always. Dolan guides me.
I'm gonna give her a big old hug.
She hugs you back as tightly as she can manage.
She's gonna be hiding tears to not make Widow any more upset.
As you draw back, she's trying to blink away tears herself.
Right before I become a silly emotional mess, I'm going to go and take a nap and... Yes, I think I'll do that. Yes.
And she begins to make her way out, saying goodbye to each of you, and giving you each a hug, wishing you well, making sure that you're okay before she makes her way out the door, clattering through the door as she always seems to do, and back into the Whisperfields. Moss Moss is kind of watching it happen and goes,
Oh, shit. Wait, no. Bad. Oh, the time. What's the time? Should I go? Do you want me to leave? I can leave.
I mean, only if you, need to. Do you have any training to do?
Maybe I should probably make sure that Widow gets back to her house. Because I don't like her traveling around on her own.
Yeah.
And I am a guard, so I should be doing my job.
so Moss kind of scrambles to their feet, and looks down at you, sat on the floor, and then very awkwardly kind of gestures for a hug.
Yeah. They stand themselves and they just give them like a big old hug, patting their back.
You feel a little kiss on the cheek before Moss sprints out of the house. You can hear her calling after Widow, just like screaming, "Widow, slow down, slow down!" She's just rolling away in her wheelchair.
Estella is frozen in place, like, wait, what just happened? Wait. And they just go all red.
Karik, your passive perception picked up on that.
Karik has been, the past while he's been sat, he's had his journal out, and it looks like he's been quite deep in thought while he's been writing. But seeing that, it's like he stopped writing and seeing this interaction, just kind of sitting there, kind of almost giggling to himself a little bit.
Young
They're
love.
standing there they're just standing there like looking at their hands like, wait, they liked me?
Oh,
Wait.
fuck's sake. Oh, love. Yes.
He's getting flashbacks to the time his wife nearly ate him. Stopped and looked at him and was like, wait a second.
We're going to take a quick break to get water and pee. We'll be back in like 10 minutes, so see you in a wee bit. welcome back. Oh, good God. Okay, so we return to the party in Dracera's house. What are you guys doing now that your company has left?
Well.
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 Parika still sat
Okay.
in deep thought writing.
Just sketching and writing and doing what he does.
He's
What is Kirk
actually...
doing?
Karuk right now is trying to think of what he's going to say, because he is currently very much considering using one of the communication chokes.
Okay.
Quickly give a message to Daddy.
To his wife.
Wait.
25
Okay,
words with that.
Yeah, that and he's trying to think of names as well.
Can they respond with that, or is it just
They
like
can,
a...
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they
a
can-
25
they can
word
respond.
response.
Okay.
Yeah. He's also got He's also got his own bachelor's name as well as his missus' maiden name written down. Trying to think of surnames as well,
You have a surname?
because he doesn't actually have a surname right now, because he never came up with one with Daddy yet.
Oh, wholesome.
Oh,
Which is why he's just Karek.
Just Karek.
Tariq Barik.
His Greek bachelor name is actually Karek Okrasalvo.
Yeah, I think I've seen that before somewhere.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna remember that.
Yeah. No,
Just
it's
Karek is fine.
It's just a little detail. Yeah.
So, Stella, is there anything you are going to do?
I'm gonna tell everyone first. I'm just gonna remind you all that my uncle is. He might be, I don't know what kind of state he would be in, considering how it ended up with my mum. But I just wanna. It's okay if you don't want to be in the room, because I feel like he's gonna be quite surprised and confused. He's not as calm as my mum. Just I think that's the best way I can put it.
well, if it's okay, I'd like to be here just to support you.
Okay, well,
Thank you.
I would rather be here to make sure everything is okay.
I hope it is. And Clay, I am sorry.
But
I'm
on the
going
one hand,
to-
Clay would want to support, but I also feel like he's probably just drunk himself into a stupor recently.
Oh, is that
Not
a
reali-
good thing?
Not realizing that this was full of... In character, I feel like that's what he would have been doing.
Yeah.
So
That a good
maybe
thing?
he... I think he might sit in the back and just not cause problems.
Okay.
Clay
Yeah,
not
actually, no, wait.
causing problems.
Wait, would the ghost child be a problem, do you think?
I don't think so, because I don't.
I can keep
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you can keep watch.
She seems
That's
proud.
okay.
She seems proud of herself at that
That
at
is
that
good, yeah.
suggestion, and she will
think-
stand
I think
outside.
Clay I think Clay will basically be like, if you need me, Estelar, I'm just outside.
Oh, okay.
And he
Yeah.
will just like not going anywhere, but basically just staying just outside. Partly to enjoy the warmer weather, partly to sober up, and yeah, I just keep watch with Win and Mare.
Okay. I can.
He'll give he's probably a bit gross, but he will give Estelar a big hug.
Oh no, they don't care. They'll give them a big hug. They were stinky once before. Probably
No.
still.
Stinky once. I was stinky once.
Do we roll for Stinky or?
Yeah, we're both stinky. Stinky hug. Destroys everyone in the forest.
I'll roll for Stinky. Hold on. I got a 6 out of Stinky. I don't know what that's good or bad.
The closer
I
to
think
one,
that's
the
bad.
worse. So I'm saying, yeah, he's
Oh,
pretty
God.
grim right now.
It's a lot of sweat. That's 120 days of sweat and
grime and mud and dust and
They're like hugging Clay, and over like his shoulder, they're just looking at Dressera like.
well, like, you know when something gets stuck to the floor and it peels slightly as you pull it.
Oh.
That's nasty, bro.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah,
Velcro.
that's good.
You've got a layer of clay gross on you now. Well, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Sorry.
So you're going about it the same way that you went about it with your mother.
Yeah, it takes I think an hour to do.
So you draw out using some of the mundane chalk that you have on you. Draw out this circle and then begin to effectively etch it in with magic with your finger. It doesn't damage the floor at all. It just sort of seems to be a light that glows upon the floor as you draw it down. It takes quite some time, and you watch this intricate circle being drawn in the center of the room. It's beautiful when it's lit up. It's just this beautiful green glow that overcomes the light of the fire and bathes the room in this sap green colour. Thumb will take a kind of a move back and sit next to Karik. Kind of
Yes.
ask if Karik has any extra paper because he wants to draw.
Creek will go through and he will happily give him several pieces of paper.
He's gonna start like
And
charcoaling on the paper. Just scrawling. Like there's no shape or anything. He's not drawing anything particular. It's just like he just wants to make colour, and the colour just happens to be black.
Creek is watching this and is giving him very vivid memories of his own children when they first started drawing.
Oh, cute.
She's a toddler making colour.
Just to point this out for everyone else, as Estela's doing this, they look nervous. Like, you can imagine when they showed their mum, they were quite they were really happy and they were like really excited to show people that they were like in the room. They look like they just gone pale in the face.
You okay, Stella?
Doing good. I'm just really nervous. I'm just hoping that he's okay, honestly.
No, I understand. Just take your time.
You don't...
And they're thinking back on the thing that Laz showed them, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't remember Fulmus as a particularly aggressive man. He was definitely forward. He was definitely the kind of person that was like a leader, and would encourage you, quote unquote, encourage you to train with him. And he was your surrogate father figure whilst your father was gone. You have fond memories of Fulmus, of stargazing with him and being on the farm, and John, who you now take care of. You kneel on the outer rim of the circle, and begin to sign out the verbal components. As you cast Call to Old Friends, the green light begins to culminate in the center to form a humanoid figure, which begins to warp out of shape. Kind of wobbles a little bit, as if it's struggling. It doesn't seem to be the shape you were expecting. You watch as this large, it's like quite a large frame of an elven figure begins to sort of shift, sort of twitch out of shape, like arms being lifted up as if they're being puppeteered by strings that aren't there. And you are met with the green tinted silhouette of your uncle, or you would assume to be your uncle. He is a warped wooden monstrosity of leaves and bark. Half his face is merged into the wood of a tree trunk, the branches of which have spread so high they pass through the ceiling. He is completely encased in this bark. His features almost unrecognizable. Eyes wide, or the eye that you can see wide and unblinking. Somewhat glassy. Breath, raspy wheeze. Muscle is replaced with plant fiber, half crucified as he stands before you. He stares ahead, as if he can't see you.
Oh, great. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh god, I hate that, sorry. Estella is frozen, just staring up at this thing. Like, it's almost like as if they, like, stopped breathing for a moment. They just gently kind of sign to him. To you.
There is no response. You watch as the eye that you can see flits to look at you.
They kind of just point to themselves and spell their name out.
You watch some of the branches kind of shuffle a slight. One of his arms, of which is half merged into one of the thicker branches, bending ever so slightly, rustling leaves, wilted leaves that a few kind of fall off and land on the circle and fizzle away. He's just staring at you.
They kind of look back at Dressera and Kari, kind of just for a bit of support. They're like,
Come forward to my...
Yeah, Karik would have got up as well, like stepped up to their side, a bit like kind of an arm around their back.
to you, can you understand me?
One of his ears is half obscured by unkempt dreadlocks that hang from one side out of the bark. Flickers. Seems like he's listening to you, but he does not respond.
If I speak through his mind, can he respond? Through his brain, I mean.
Try.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cast... What is it called again?
Message.
Yeah. Gonna cast message and see if that works. So, you see Estelar kind of just raise their hand, and their eyes kind of give like a golden glow, mixed with the green now. And they just kind of speak silently with their uncle. To you? Can you respond?
Willow.
To you, where are you?
No.
What happened?
Took Galley.
Are you still back at home?
No.
Mum's okay.
And the tree kind of shuffles a little, and you get the feeling of relief. Willow,
Do you...
run.
I can try helping you. I'm gonna try
Right.
helping Mom.
Hide.
I've been hiding for so long.
Please.
I can't.
One of his eyes flicks to Dracera. There's, like, you watch as the pupil dilates. Fear.
This is my friend Dracera. She's helping me.
Looks at Karik. The pupil shrinks in focus. No facial expressions change. She's still just blankly staring.
Karik's been with me since the start. He's been taking care of me.
Run.
To you, I can't.
Run. Run.
Estela's kind of just frozen, and they just look to the others.
Stella, what's going on?
He's just telling me to run.
What happened to him?
To you, what happened?
There's a pause. Don't know. Everything
Do you
dark.
do you recognize anyone that looks like Dracera?
Yes. Made me like this.
I hate him. Yeah,
Little metal device.
Little metal. okay, what does this thing look like?
Wand.
Wand? Okay,
Roll me a history check.
yep. I'm selected. Yep.
Okay. You recall a very, very long time ago, whilst you were talking with the assistant, you were talking about the artifact that you'd gotten from Forstos when you first encountered Forstos in the Underdark. And she mentioned that there was a series of these weapons that were made from the Great War, from the last era, that were powerful and world-ending and dangerous. And if they got into the wrong hands, they would be used for terrible, terrible things. One of which she referred to as nature's reclamation. She mentioned this when you were talking about what happened in Hale to Miris's partner. This seems very similar.
they turned to Creek. Do we know anything that happened with Miris's partner? Like, did they have any success turning them back because you were hanging with the assistant?
Can I do a history on that as well?
You can do indeed.
Fuck.
Oh, frick.
You remember being there when you saw Miris's partner, but he was at a later stage than this. You couldn't see his face.
That I don't remember being told anything, but I remember Miris's partner was much farther gone than this. You could not even truly see face.
If you all want to roll me a straight intelligence roll.
Smart man, not smart. That's almost an 18.
Okay.
Dracera became smart? Fuck.
Dracera's smart. Dracera, looking at the state of him, you're starting to kind of piece it together in your mind based on what you saw from Hale, from the state of the people that you saw there. Those people were so far gone they were effectively corpses in trees, and the trees were the ones moving. There was no sentience, they were just trees. This feels purposeful. This feels like it has been stopped at this stage, so there is a level of sentience.
Oh, what a dick bag.
This seems like they have made soldiers.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
But in turn, it's just torture.
I think they are creating potentially an army of people like this, where they still are aware of their surroundings, but they aren't themselves anymore.
You saw the state of the people in Estelar's hometown, and there was quite a few of them that were just trees, right? So those people must have not been good enough to be soldiers.
Okay. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. I don't like that. I'm going to relay this information.
The question rises from that: how many more towns have been ravaged like this? Hale is a significantly bigger town than Estela's hometown, and this happened 6 years ago.
Can you explain what you last saw, where you are right now? Anything?
Can't see much.
You see Estella. They're staring up at their uncle, but you kind of see a hint of anger in their eyes. They know that they're keeping him alive, like half like this, so he is alive in this state. So you see Estella kind of mad.
Crease kind of hands like grip around them, but not tight, but like in a comforting, hugging kind of way.
Yeah.
Like the arms round the back, kind of tense on it, but the other two hands come over and rest on their shoulder.
No, Dracera's with you in that. Dracera's like angry with you instead. You deserve to be pissed.
Right, Karik does not disagree with that sentiment. It's more he's wanting to comfort them at the same time. That's his thought process.
To you, have you seen Dad?
Puppet.
Seen? Okay. Mm-hmm.
What betrays us?
he doesn't want to.
I know.
Have you seen any other characters that's helped you with this? Maybe have you seen an elf or someone with like a sort of missing limb?
No.
Okay. They just look mad.
More like me. From home.
Like you from home. Are you saying someone from home did this or betrayed us?
Same as me. Taken. Turned.
Right. They're gonna reach out to him and kind of see if he is able to kind of move any branches to their hand.
There is no movement.
Then they're just gonna hold on to one of the branches.
I can't feel you.
I'm sorry I couldn't do more.
Little Willow. Run.
They don't reply to that.
You hear it over and over and over again. Just run.
They're just shaking their head.
He seems adamant. Seems like he doesn't want you to get caught up in this.
Already am.
The blank stare on his face. He can't even turn his head as you get closer to him. The eye flitting between the other party members. Just taking in what he can.
With what little shape he has left, Estelar, even though that he said that he can't feel them, they're just gonna hug him.
Your hands don't quite reach all the way around the trunk of this bark that has made up his torso. He's still, like, you remember Formus a good sort of like 6 foot, maybe 8 or 9. This man is big, which means that the tree itself is bigger, because it has to encase him. And as you kind of wrap your hands around him as much as you can feel the kind of grooves of where one of his arms is pulled up. You can feel where there should be muscle, and it is just sort of thick brown bark. You don't know how long he's been in this state, but the fact he's still alive, he must be being kept in some way, given the essentials to keep him alive.
Perfect. They kind of, well, for the others, you kind of see Estella just holding onto them, even though if he can't feel it, and they're just kind of gripping onto the bark. Just like, it's like they feel like they want him to feel something, but no, he can't. I'm going to find a way to get you out of this state and to help Mum, to help Dad.
Please. Don't.
I don't want you to be kept like this.
I don't want to lose you.
I'm doing my best just like you taught me.
You shouldn't have to.
There's no one else left.
You're met with silence.
They kind of let go and just they just step back. They look to the others. I need to get him back.
When we get back to Ardo, we'll research the artifacts and see what we can do.
They kind of have this like heavy, angry sigh. They're doing this on purpose. They're like
No.
rubbing their hands.
And now we know.
Man, Rose Manus is a piece of work, huh?
He's a cunt. Before I get my hands on that cheeky fucker.
Tear him limb from fucking limb.
I don't think I could keep him here any longer.
Do you know where he is?
He doesn't know himself. It's just like my mum.
Hang on. Trying to think of something to ask. Can you ask him whether he can see the sun where he is?
He just said it's dark.
It's dark. He might also be being kept underground.
It could be the same as where my mum is. So
Can he move his limbs?
he's moved some branches, haven't he?
Yeah, he's ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Can you feel anything around him?
I mean, you have to ask Estelar to get a response because he can't talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to use message to talk to him. But if you relay that question to him,
Yeah.
Cannot feel things change a lot. Sometimes light, sometimes dark. Moving.
Well, there's some light. It might just be the days going by.
So it's dark now, is it?
It's relay that back, so it's dark now.
There's a pause. The eye flits around the room as if he's trying to figure out where he is currently. Because you've put him in a house, and he has not been in a house for quite a while. From where I am. In questions.
I'm just trying to figure out the time zone.
This is Dracera's home. It's the morning now.
Yeah?
It's morning here.
Morning where I am.
Okay. Okay. And there are time zones. World, aren't there? There are time zones, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Write
How
that down.
long
Write that
ago
down.
did the sun rise?
You watch as like one of the branches moves a slight. Few hours.
A few hours. How long ago did the sun rise here?
Few hours.
A few
Oh my
hours.
god. Where is he?
Oh, we're in the same time zone.
I will tell you
Alright.
because he said he moves a lot. That implies that he doesn't stay in the same place. Implies that he has moved across the continent quite regularly.
But currently he is in the same time zone as the Whisperfields,
Yes.
which means basically anything north of here, really, mostly.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, I just wanted that to confirm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to use big brain at the moment.
Okay. Now I'm thinking of more things to ask. I honestly didn't expect it to go this way. Okay.
Can you leave us a sign?
I don't think he has any control of his body, but
When they let me move.
when they let you move, they're like they're relaying this back to the others as well. So they have to be around you for you to move?
Use metal wand. I have limbs.
Alright.
I have a plan. But I need to see what this item looks like.
Well, he did say it's wand-like and metal.
It's metal.
Metal and wand-like. Fantastic. What a great description.
Hey, you know, usually wands are wooden or something, right?
Mystery solved.
Mystery is solved. No.
Ask everyone you
Metal
see if they have a metal wand.
No, why? No reason.
No reason.
No reason.
What do you want to know?
That's
Yeah.
why they're
Huh?
wet.
Huh?
No other
Huh?
reason.
God. Okay. He's been very helpful though.
You see any trees moving in an army formation around here? Just making small talk.
So we know two places that have been taken over by this, right?
Yeah.
Stella's hometown and Hale.
Yeah. Seems like, from what you know, these are both relatively small towns. They're not. It doesn't seem like it's been. It's been targeting a particularly large population.
Okay.
Like Estela's town was maybe 100 to 200 people. Hale probably closer to like 500 people.
Were these places anywhere near each other?
No, not
Fuck.
super near. Not super near each
Well,
other.
But the one thing you have to think about here is the fact that Hale and where Estelar comes from are very far apart, but 6 years apart. in the span of when they got turned.
Yeah. The other places may have been affected that you don't know about.
Yeah. That's some bullshit. It's giving us a heading.
Check.
Do you know what? Can you ask him if he knows what he's being used for?
Yeah. Have you been used for anything? Have you done anything in this form?
More soldiers.
Have you been gathering people?
Yes.
We're in for a war, baby. Shit.
Trees being snatched. I mean, trees snatching.
I will allow anyone to roll me another intelligence check if they'd like to.
Where's the U.S. Army in the 1970s when you need them?
I'm gonna give it a go, but I think I've had too much.
You've
luck
had your
now.
luck. What?
Oh no! Oh yeah, baby.
Just Sarah, it's plant-based knowledge. You're strong at this.
Yeah.
Karik, would you like to give it another crack or no?
Yeah,
Give it a
Creek
crack.
will give it a crack. In fact, another thing Creek is going to think about here as well. So I'm going to roll the intelligence for this one, and then I want to roll history afterwards.
Okay.
So I've just had a thought. So
I'm also gonna roll for Heliodor as well.
Yeah.
Because Heliodor's got a 19 intelligence. We should hope that he could do something like that.
You are having a laugh.
Oh, that's a
You are
joke.
That's
It's a nat one for
No.
Heliodor. So Heliodor's completely can't put any of the pieces together. The only person that
just
can.
drunk in the background.
what about Tom?
Okay, wait, hold on. Thumb,
Thumb.
intelligence.
Get that fungi working, boy. Get that fungi working, you fungi. Yes!
Yeah.
Minus
Yeah.
So, I think Thumb is probably clinging onto the back of your cloak, Estelar, and just kind of watching from behind you because they seem a bit freaked out. Dracera, thinking about it, like, for what reason would they need an army? The only thing that kind of comes to mind is if they plan on invading. Perhaps they're taking smaller towns in an attempt to take a city. And once they have a city, they'll have a city worth of soldiers.
Oh.
The part I'm wondering about here as well is, well, you see the tree people we've seen in Hill and in Estelar's home that tried attacking us. They're much further gone than the Fulmuses.
Yes.
And I get something that was said earlier on that was making me think there is, okay, the ones that weren't good enough were turned full bark.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, full tree. Which means if it seemed like a third to 2/3 of the population was still in town, like, and as in tree form, like full tree form,
Yeah.
that means they don't have as many soldiers.
They're not taking everyone. They're taking
Yeah, there's
people.
not as
They're cherry picking.
Yeah, they're cherry picking, which is good and bad at the same time. Like, what could Chris gonna ask Estelar, what could your uncle do before being turned? Was he blessed with in magic, or just his stature?
He can bury you in the ground, dude.
he was a soldier. He had no magical capabilities. That's what his sister was for. Gale, your mama.
Does mean that only take based on strength and not by magic ability?
I think it's mostly based on how powerful these people are. I don't think my mum was as powerful as him. Even though she could use magic, he was a strong lad.
Based on your intelligence roll, Estella. Oh, actually, no. Thumb would tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be Thumb. Thumb signs to you. They need to be strong enough to deal with that.
So is mental fortitude over anything else?
Thumb shrugs at you.
I think it's built strength, honestly. If they like forcing,
Built different.
forcing all their muscles just to be turned into bark.
The body has to be able to cope with the strain that it's undergoing. And the fact that Formus has been turned for this long and is still alive has indicates on the kind of people that maybe they are cherry picking.
No, you got to figure out their pattern and stuff.
So they're constantly moving. So that means there must be like multiple more trees. I don't know if they move to one place, or if they just target small cities.
Seems like they're targeting small towns for the moment. We
Now,
need to
do you-
figure out the pattern of where they're going and their movement plan, and then the nearest city from there.
Now, do you? I don't want to scare you, but do you perhaps think that they could be aiming for this place as well?
We would need to figure out if path they're taking is in line, or if they jump from one side of continent to other, and another continent to make random.
Just because the time zones are so close.
But that could also mean they're up the very north end of the planet.
You also remember that you had to be escorted to get into the Whisper Fields because you
it's
had
not
to-
something small on
Mm.
the side. They would be, if they were coming, they'd come with a big force.
They'd come with a big force and then they'd have to figure out how to get in because Dylan's got this
Yeah.
place under a tight lock and key.
Yeah, especially because they're not, at this moment, they're not big enough to invade a city, which is why they're still going for small ones. So, I'm assuming whatever town they're going to attack next / have attacked is in the line of our time zone, which is I don't know, but there's. Are these cities that you've got on the map?
On the map,
Yeah, world map.
on the world map will be cities, yeah.
Okay. But we've got a heading at least that within this time zone, all the small towns should be checked in. At least some sort of letter and wait for a response.
So for reference, some of the cities on the map, on this main map, are bigger than others. Some of them are like a few thousand to like 10,000 odd. There's places like the World Warp will be significantly bigger than, for example, like Axor, which is maybe about 2,000 or 3,000 people.
Okay. So to put you on the spot, which which cities would you consider to? Obviously, you haven't probably spiked them out specifically.
What the biggest cities on Sith
Yeah.
are all in the player document.
Just in this time zone, but on this map.
In this time zone,
Yeah.
Bridge is a big city. The city on the Borderlands. Abrahamon is a big one as well, which is near the World Warp. The World Warp is just outside of that time zone.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no.
There are obviously lots of like small villages and camps and stuff between these cities
Yeah.
that could have been targeted as well.
Yeah. No, I just don't like the proximity to the World War. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I love that.
I have a quick moochie. So our biggest cities are the World Warp, Mulos, Lurov, Karvik, Sihonos, Kolis, and there are a couple in the Underdark.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Rutro.
I think as well that another thing that would be difficult to tell is the fact that if they attacked places in the Underdark as well and done this, people topside would have no way of knowing whatsoever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm guessing with how kind of a what's the fucking, not xenophobic, not xenophobic. What's the one where it's a you kind of don't really communicate outside of your own town or city or country or whatever, if that makes sense.
Isn't that xenophobia?
No, xenophobia is hating people from everyone from everywhere else that's not where you're from.
Josh says isolationist.
That's the one, isolationist. Aren't a lot of the
Homophobic.
places aren't
Only
most of the
gays
places in
allowed.
Underdark quite isolationist,
Yeah.
which would make it even harder for them to tell if anyone's been attacked down there.
Mm.
Which
I
I,
mean, we
wouldn't be
know that they're
surprised if they
on-
started down there.
We know that they are on land at the moment, on the surface.
Hmm.
For now.
For now.
Mm-hmm.
Send out a letter saying, "Hi, have you seen any walking trees recently?"
Let
Let us
don't worry
know.
about it.
Just send us a letter with the tree busters.
When you get back to Ada, you can ask them to send missives to their other locations and have people scouting to figure out if there are any specific areas that have been targeted particularly. Because you can't be everywhere all at once, and it might be useful to have people effectively working for you
Yeah.
whilst you're off doing other important business.
Girl boss shit.
Girl boss shit.
Yeah. Hellish. Brilliant. Fantastic. We love it.
Brilliant.
We have a good time.
we have a great time here.
So currently, you just sort of stood talking amongst yourselves with this looming visage of Estelar's former uncle. Stood over you, unmoving. It's probably one of the few times you've seen Thumb kind of scared.
I mean, Thumb's got the soul of an angel, so he's fine.
I think he could still die.
Yeah.
I'm having this problem again. I don't want to leave him. So wait, he said that he's been collecting people. Do you remember where you dropped them off?
They walk with us.
Walk where?
Where we are told to go.
is there a main place where people go, or are you constantly on the move?
Constant.
Have the mornings been coming earlier or later?
Could you clarify that?
I'm trying to be brainy. As in,
Math brain.
does the light come earlier each time, which means they're moving like east, or are they starting later, which means they're more west?
Do not know.
Fuck. I sorry, I thought I was being really smart. Sorry. I was like, oh yeah, maybe he can calculate which direction he's going.
I go. I kill. I take people.
Wait, do you kill anyone specific, or is it just...
I do not know.
Have you ever been hurt before?
I don't like that question.
Sorry.
Are you going to open the message to see if you can get a response to that, Estelar?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Always hurts.
Oh,
God.
that's just probably because he's in that state.
We're going to find you.
Run. Run. Hide. Please.
Where can we hide?
You don't get a response.
Damn. I tried so hard to be smart.
I think he just wants us to stay away. If we stay away, though, maybe someone here is gonna get snatched by a tree.
Yeah, that wouldn't be very good. We can't run unless we know where you are. Is there any way you can find out where you are?
Do not know. If you see me, run.
Do you remember if there was a specific type of race in a town you were just at? So like, you know, like a place filled with elves or a dwarf village, something like that.
Not specific.
So kind of mixed.
Yes.
That's brilliant. I mean, it's not brilliant.
Wow, that's wonderful news. What the fuck?
Well, it gives us a place to research, okay? Dracera isn't saying that out loud.
Dracera's beside everyone going, Eureka!
Yeah, no, that's a good point to bring up.
Inclusion.
Last place by the sea.
Oh!
I could hear it.
By the seaside, by the sea.
We've been to a place by the sea.
Goes back to the world map.
Goes back to where Brandy's from.
What?
Yeah.
Padslow was by the sea.
That was mixed.
That was mixed.
Can you point out on this map exactly where Padslow is?
Hold
DM?
on. Yes. Padslow is here. Between Lurov, Mosgard, and Varine.
This man is traveling.
So it's like, it's nearer the ocean, obviously, because it's a seaside town, but you know.
Well, if we're all the way over here and it was a few hours ago, that means it couldn't be over there because that would be completely different timing.
Well, it depends
be
whether
even
they
more
attacked
hours
that
ago.
town and then, like, hold arse.
You don't know if they're using magic to
West.
move.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they might be traveling west.
You... Roll me a history check, Dracera.
Wait, did you see East or West?
Weast!
Weast! Which, I'm trying to be big brain so hard.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you remember from your last encounter with Rosemanis that he was able to create this tear in reality to just move between places. He was able to teleport on the fly.
That wanker.
And you remember that portal being big.
God. He's portaling.
You don't know specifically what spell it is, because it's not like when you use the teleportation coin. It doesn't generate the same kind of magic. It doesn't create the same sort of spell circle. This is much more powerful. This is much bigger, much more intended for moving large amounts of people.
Bro is hauling ass. Don't like him.
He's just like you, bitch.
No, he's not. He's got white hair.
He's white. He's not like me.
He's the caucasity.
Oh my god.
He's white? Wait, what?
Rosemanis is albino, so has
Yeah.
white leaves and pink eyes.
One purple?
One purple. That magic may also, with that history check, be supercharged because they are fucking riddled with warp.
Yikes. Yeah. How many fucking artifacts does this man need? Save some pussy for the rest of us.
Are you going to keep Fulmus here? Or...
I'm gonna ask him. Do you want me to stay here for a bit longer?
You don't get a reply. Sorry, there was a fly. Had to smush it.
Just snap with the ass cheeks.
Nice. Clap at my ass cheeks keeps alerting the trees.
Not the ass tree again. Okay.
You know how people were making jokes at the beginning of the campaign that your mum had been turned into a tree? Well...
The one with the dumpy ass with my uncle!
Oh my god.
But you did say he was a big man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The strength lies in the ass.
Okay, guys. Just to, this is how we're gonna find my uncle. We look at the tree with the biggest ass.
We hear the claps in the background.
A bark
There.
keeps...
Okay.
Them be barking.
That man got a literal log.
So I need you to make the decision. Are you dispelling Fulmus and sending him back? Or are you staying here? Because you technically have 24 hours with him, but for the sake of brevity.
Yeah. I know his reply is just gonna be the same. But I'm gonna try and find a way to get you out of this. Mm, I'm sorry. Do you?
Run, amor.
They're like a mixture of sadness and madness.
Sadness and madness.
Mad sad.
Maybe mad sad right now.
I'm going to find you and Mum, and I'm gonna bring Dad back.
There seems to be this level of acceptance. Because you don't get a response. As if, like, he said as much as he possibly can, and if you're not going to listen to him, then that is your choice.
I was always that stubborn child.
You were. Now you're a stubborn teenager.
Oh, that's worse.
It is worse.
Okay. They're just gonna shake their head. Try to stay strong to you.
There's a rustle of the leaves. Ever so slightly.
I love you. And they're gonna dispel the spell. Dispel the spell. Yeah.
So you dispel the ring of light, and it slowly kind of unwrites itself. And the visage in front of you of fullness fades into this green sort of glitter that fades off into nothingness. And you are left in darkness with the flicker of the fire behind you.
We can still get him back.
They look to Dracera and say, there better be a way to get him back.
There is. We know what their plan is.
Estelar's on the murder rampage path.
Mate, if they want to get like the most insane revenge ever, totally there.
You killed my father. No, I am your father. What? Sorry. Yeah, Estela's kind of just left with like a sour look. They're obviously sad about their uncle, but they just look sour. They're just thinking.
What are you thinking about, Estella?
I'm thinking there's a way to find my mum.
And there is, but we can't go around doing something reckless.
He didn't respond to that.
We're here for you, and we're going to help you.
Doesn't matter how far we have to go for this.
I need to get him back before it's too late.
Estella, in the back of your head, you hear this distant just laughter. So,
Well-
yeah, are you guys staying here until Clay is sober, before you head
He's
to
sober
Arda?
up. Holy shit.
No, we're
Yeah.
just gonna take him to Arda.
Absolutely shit-faced. Yeah, that sounds
Oh,
like a really
God,
good
please.
idea.
Even funnier. Just
Sounds
even
great.
funnier. Them to Verve, just that shit face.
Do you want to stay like the rest of the day and night here, and then travel in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart to that. Sorry, in character, I don't think you would have realised there was an important emotional scene coming up.
That's perfectly fine. Clay is celebrating not being in a fucking winter plane anymore. He needs a break.
And the rest of the party are like serious emotional things, and he's just like, fuck it, grass.
Just like prancing through the meadows.
Just frolicking.
So you
Fucking smelling the flowers, rolling in the mud.
At some point, the local town guard will be like, we found this like half-naked man frolicking in the field, completely pissed, and he's also got a ghost child.
That is okay. He is with us. He is okay.
shit-faced Clay, rests the night with the rest of you in Dracera's home, finally sleeping somewhere that is comfortable and not freezing fucking cold. It's certainly a welcome comfort.
It would be, yeah.
Whether Estelar gets much sleep is a different matter. They don't seem... No, according to Selena, they do not sleep. They stay up most of the night with Thumb. Wynn obviously doesn't sleep, but you guys get your long rests if you would like to long rest. Selena, you can choose not to long rest and take a level of exhaustion if you think that Estelar has not had the full 8 hours.
I mean, if we're waiting the full day and night.
Yeah. So you would have rested. So I'll take that, and you know what, you can long rest. But if you do not sleep, you will still take a level of exhaustion.
I think it's just hard for them to sleep.
Okay.
They probably like tuck her out, but they
Eventually.
wake up angry.
They wake up raging. That's fair. Selena takes a level in Barbarian. No. Specifically Selena, not Estelar. So you wake up in the morning. You wake up in the morning. It's a peaceful morning. The fire is all but dimmed out. You gather your belongings and whatever is left that you need to take with you. And you travel outside to the small patch of grass that is outside of Dracera's home. Teleport coin is produced. Are you all ready to travel back to Arda?
How's the crack on the thing doing?
Roll me a perception check.
You know, I'll give myself the drunken disadvantage.
Doesn't look any different.
Cool.
You still see the hairline crack, but it doesn't seem to have cracked anymore.
Alright, maybe it was just going through the portals did that or something, who knows.
Do you remember who has the teleport coin?
Estelar, wasn't it?
I think it was Estelar, yeah.
Or was it me?
Yeah, I don't
I think
Never
if you were traveling to the Whisperfields, it would have been Dracera because it
Me.
had to be her to roll it. So,
Mm.
Dracera, do you want to roll a D100 for me?
Okay.
This is where we all die.
Is Woody
Just go
there
to
with us
teleport.
before we go?
If you want to say a last goodbye to Woody, you can.
I might just give her like a hug and everything, and
If you're teleporting out, there's a small group of folks that have come to see you off,
including Moss.
including Moss. Moss of which is now in their full armor with the sword at their side, looking very intense and dramatic, and definitely trying to keep it together when they're seeing Estella leave.
Estella kind of gives them a sad smile before they just away. They don't seem as bright as they usually do, but they just give us a sad wave. So it's like, oh, maybe they're sad that they're leaving. It's like, sure.
Moss is also going to give you a little package.
Package.
It's like a little kind of shittily wrapped up thing.
You can tell it's a bag of Werther's originals.
Bag of worms.
Werther's originals.
Do you want some Mars? Why the fuck would I want some Mars? No. You could just said no.
Don't like Mars.
Do you open the package?
Sure. Yeah.
It's a little handkerchief. It's got some really shitty embroidery on it.
I'm gonna mess with my hair and take one of the little golden pieces, and I'm gonna give that to Moss. And I'm gonna take their hand, and I'm gonna place my hand over theirs. Don't forget about me.
I think that's gonna be really hard. Be safe in the big wide world.
You too. I hope your training goes well.
Come back and visit soon, okay?
I sure hope so. Maybe I'll come back to Sarah.
She smiles at you. And steps back. Dracera, you hold up the coin as the people of the Whisperfields wave you goodbye. You toss it. Can you roll me a D100, please? Okay. The coin lands on the floor and carves into the floor the sigil of a teleportation circle, and all of you are suddenly flicked out of existence. And although it's a bit of a rocky landing, you don't quite land on your feet. Everyone kind of lands sideways, but you do land outside of Arda. And it's a familiar sight. Just sort of the rocky outcropping that indicates where Arda is to those who have been there before, but to anyone else it may be just seen as part of the landscape. And with that, we are going to end the session.
Oh.
So that was a lot of Estella, was I'm sorry.
Oh my god, don't be sorry.
It's a stellar plot. What?
It's just
Stellar
what
plan.
D&D's about.
It's gonna be a stellar in my stellar plan.
There's too much Estelar in my stellar plot. What the fuck?
This is a Stella plot. There's gonna be a Stella plot outside.
This is a cow farm. There's gonna be cows outside.
Pretty pleasant to make into tree. Kitty face.
Well, thank you for coming and watching our funny D&D session. We'll be back next week on Wednesday at 7:30 British Standard Time. So do come and vibe, and we'll get back to whatever the fuck we were doing, and maybe things will not be as horrible next week. But hey, who knows? It's me running this campaign. It probably will be. So hee-haw. See you guys next week, hopefully. Bye-bye.
Bye.